Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your Sex and Relationships monthly tarot horoscope for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in Sagittarius. Yay! I just thank you so much for being patient on these videos. I really wanted to do these. I'm so excited to be doing them again. Everybody really enjoys them, and I enjoy doing them. They're a lot of fun. So, but I just right now have had such a hard time having the time to record, to do enough recording. So I probably won't be doing my sex and relationship videos for a while, mainly because I'm going to be going back to doing the Shadowscapes ones primarily until my schedule kind of calms down, which I don't know when that's going to be, but I do have a lot of people waiting to talk to me, and so, which is awesome. I love doing private readings for people. I just hate having to keep people waiting. So, to record my videos. So, but don't worry, I am still going to be doing my videos. You'll see me again, still doing my Shadowscapes videos. So stay tuned for more stuff, okay? So I am disclaiming that these, I am using the Decameron Tarot, which is an erotic tarot deck, okay? And so this video is going to have strong erotic sex content. Okay, this is for viewers who are 18 or over. This is not for the faint of heart, and for those of you who don't mind hearing me talk about vaginas, okay, or penises, because that's what comes out of my mouth. So I'm telling you now, this is, if you can't handle hearing that stuff, this is not for you, okay? And this is for people. I feel like it's for people who are dating, who are in relationships, who are actively looking for Mr. or Mrs. Right. This is for people who are single too as well. But if you're the person who hasn't dated in 100 years and is not interested in looking for a relationship, this isn't going to vibe with you at all. It just won't. That's just kind of how it is. So just before forewarning you that that's probably the case, and you might want to watch my finance video or my regular Shadowscapes videos when I post them. So anyways, let me roll out this spread here and see what you guys get. Interesting stuff. Wow, Sagittarius. End of May is looking really good for you. Really good. With a little hiccup. A little hiccup, but that's it. Okay? Really, really good. The beginning of May feels a little bit more tough. And I say tough because, you have a couple of cards which they're a little bit tough. So let's talk about that right now. Okay, so the first card, the card that I'm going to talk about is the card that's crossing you. Okay, in this card, typically you can see it's a guy and a girl who you can't tell if he's pulling her shirt off and she's struggling, or if she's trying to get her shirt on and he's trying to help her. It's hard to tell. Okay, it looks like he's angry though. Okay, and it says sexual. This is a card of sexual frustration. Okay, tension in a relationship that is unreleased by an arguing couple. Okay, this is the need to kiss and fuck up. Okay, really badly, or just simply break up if you're in a relationship. Okay, it's not really worth continuing. Okay, and I did talk about it in one of my other videos, but this kind of reminds me of like someone who drinks too much and then expects you to have sex with them and kind of tries to force you to. If you don't want to, it becomes a struggle. And they're not doing it on purpose. It's just they're drunk. And so, or there's drugs involved, okay, or both, okay. And so they're not really in their right mind. That's no excuse for being rough or being aggressive like this. But at the same time, it's something that usually clients or people know about. Okay, so Sagittarius, you may be dealing with an angry drunk, a boyfriend who doesn't know their limits when it comes to alcohol or drugs. And so they may come home and, expect you to sleep with them because they're horny, and you don't want to, because they smell of alcohol, they probably smell of smoke, they're drunk, they're not handling you correctly. So this is someone who's, you know, can be situations similar to that. It's a very explosive situation, volatile situation. Um, the best case scenario is just sexual frustration. For those of you who aren't in a relationship at all, this is sexual frustration, needing to have sex, needing to have an orgasm, okay? And it's funny I say that because in the beginning, you really need to have the orgasm, and at the end of May, you do, okay? So I'm going to talk about the last card is the hot orgasmic card, okay? This is having an orgasm, okay? So this is a man who has amazing skills, who's good with his hands, a man who wants to please, creativity in the bedroom, sensuality, technical skills are mastered level. You will enjoy sex with this man. If you're a guy and you're dating a woman, it says the woman is experienced. Together you will bring much to the bedroom, okay? So that's the outcome. But let's touch a little bit on the distant past, okay? Distant past, you have this very interesting card. And this is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is, this is not in the technical High Priestess, okay? This is in my deck, what it means to me, okay? To me, it looks like it's a woman who desires a married man, or a man who has a girlfriend and knows better, because she's intuitive, okay? And maybe because to me, she's a little bit older too. This is someone who wants to be bad, quote unquote, but it's controlling their needs. Her sex drive could outlast 2 partners, okay? This is a person who fantasizes about 2 or more partners. It can also indicate a man with 2 or more lovers. This can indicate an orgy and a threesome. It also can indicate a mixed race union or a desire of the same sex, okay? What both people really want is love, but the key to their heart is in their vagina or their penis, okay? So, because you see the key to her heart is right there, is the penis, right? So, to me, in her is the vagina. So, in the distant past, some of you Sagittarius, not all of you Sagittarius, may have been, I feel like, desperate. In the Sagittarius, I talked about this before, Sagittarius people can get really desperate for sex. They get really desperate. They have all this fire energy. They need to burn it off somehow. They don't exercise sometimes enough. They eat kind of rubbish food, and they just need to have sex. And they end up having sex, and it's a lot. They need to have a lot of sex, okay? So it's like they end up sleeping with partners that create a lot of chaos in their lives. They end up wanting to be with someone so desperately, but they know better. Who's unavailable, who's got a relationship. This is someone who has the sex drive that outlasts 2 people, okay? This is someone who could sleep with 2 people and really not be tired, okay? So it's that kind of person. To me, that is the Sagittarius. But at the same time, this is a person of higher spiritual standing, so they know better than to be this. The word is lascivious that's coming to me, or this lustful. They're not normally this lustful, but they have a strong sex drive. So on the one hand, they're like, what do I do with this strong sex drive? Okay, and they're like, I need to get laid, but like they maybe can't find somebody who is good enough or wants a commitment, so they end up sleeping with guys that just don't really care. And maybe the sex is good or maybe it's bad, but in the end, the Sagittarius is still left wanting more. And so the Sagittarius sort of becomes very lustful, and their eye starts to kind of wander, and it starts to be like where they are looking for, I guess, sex, love, and commitment in all the wrong places, okay? I'm getting, you kind of need to find, I don't know if you've been dating a Leo, but I feel like Leos kind of, their heart lives in their penis or their vagina as well. So I feel like Sagittarius and Leos you might want to get together, because I feel like you guys have a lot of similarities. And if you can satisfy each other sexually, chances are neither party is going to roam or have the tendency to roam as much as they normally would, because Leos also have a tendency to roam. They have a tendency to wander. They have a tendency to become disinterested and dissatisfied and kind of just over it really quickly. The short attention span, similar to you. Only Sagittarius, I feel like your sex drive is what's causing these issues. The Leo is a more ego problem, where it's like nobody can give them enough praise and love to satisfy them. So it's like they go sleep around and they try to get the love and attention and all that they crave, but it's really short-lived, short-lasting. So it's just never really quite fulfills them, and in the end makes them feeling more empty than it was to begin with, than they were to begin with. So they end up kind of shooting themselves in the foot in that way. What a Leo really needs is commitment and true partnership. And what a Sagittarius really needs is a partner that has the same sex drive, that has that same passionate desire that the Sagittarius does. Those two, and so Leo, I feel, if the Leo can fall in love with the Sagittarius, it is possible, and be committed to the Sagittarius, it is possible that they can fulfill each other's needs, whereas some other signs might not be able to do so. Now, this is not in all situations, but this is just my analysis of, Sagittarius and Leos. And I don't know why they came up. Here I am channeling, doing this for you. So some of you maybe have already been in a relationship. If you're a Sagittarius, maybe you've been in a relationship with a Leo and you're like, nope, he lied to me, he cheated on me, and he sucked ass. Okay, well, this is not all the Leos in the book, okay? Because I happen to know several Leo guys that are very loyal, faithful husbands to their wives, okay? So not all Leos cheat, just like not all signs, are cheaters. People say, well, Pisces always cheat. Pisces are typical, they do tend to be typically players, but not everyone. It's against, not everyone. So, where was I? I digress. So, now, the card in the center of everything is animal attraction, okay? Animal attraction card. And this says, pleasure and equality and orgasm in equal measure. It says, long nights of passion leading to satisfaction on both ends. This is a man willing to please and the woman reciprocating, okay? It says, to dress up and live out fantasies. Masks, lingerie, the works. If not, this is needed, okay? So some of you are in a relationship, okay? Some of you, there's a strong need to kind of get creative, okay? And be a little bit more, just to do things differently and you get a little bit more excitement going on than what you've had maybe in the past. Some of you, your relationship is good, okay? Maybe the past you were you were suffering from a need, to have your sex needs met. But I feel like you may have met someone recently who's kind of meeting those, you had some animal attraction, so it's like, who's meeting your needs. I feel like this person may or may not stick around. I feel like you have several potential lovers, Sagittarius. That's kind of what I see. So he might not be, or she may not be the only person that you end up with. Now, in the recent past, again, we're going to talk a little bit about, to me, this is wanting to do it outside. This is having this very strong sexual urge to fuck with the deer. And this is a hormonal thing. Some of you Sagittarius have some hormonal imbalances, okay? Or just your hormones are causing you to have a physical urge to be outside and be like an animal. So you have 2 cards about animal attraction and 1 card about, to me, a woman who almost can't contain her sex desires, okay? And the thing is that not enough people have vibrators. So I'm just going to put that out there. Sagittarius, if you don't have a vibrator, it's time to go and get one. They're $10 on Amazon. Magic bullet. That's it. That's all you need. You can get a couple. You don't need to have just one. You know, maybe a couple of dildos, a couple of magic bullets, however many you need to get the job done. I feel like Sagittarius, if you don't have one, it needs to go on priority one on the top of your calendar, top of the list. Cross everything else off. Do it first. Order it express, you know. Now, what's crowning you is the teasing, tantalizing foreplay card, which isn't going to satisfy a Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius needs like the real thing. Okay, this is a woman. It's a card a little bit about money. It says the woman may have money, the man may be wealthy. Don't let money come between you. There is mutual respect in career choices or in general. Then this respect makes the desire for the other person more intense. This card is about communicating easily, about money, and there's gifts to and from each other about money, and it's much appreciated by either party as gratitude will increase over time. So, to me, it's a card where a girl meets a wealthy man, or a guy meets a wealthy woman. Okay, and they kind of exchange. Someone asks for money and they give it. Okay, or this is a partnership where the two of you are in similar types of careers. You're maybe on the same level financially, and you respect each other for what you've accomplished and the finances that you've earned and what you've earned through hard work and your achievements. Okay, so that's what that card's about. It's foreplay. So you also have another card about. So this is where it starts to get good. Okay, it starts to get really good. So I feel like you Sagittarius guys or girls meet this girl. Okay, and I feel like this is a different girl than the other people that you've been dating. Okay, or that maybe you were married to. Okay, it says this is the ultimate woman. This is a great lover, wife, cook, or mother. If single, the man wants you so badly and dreams about getting naked in the kitchen, or you cooking or baking for him. I said this relationship will go far as this is the best partnership. This is the ultimate romance. If a man, the woman in your life is Mrs. Right, and I said love up on her. She is ready to take you on the kitchen counter. And I wrote, or floor if necessary. And I wrote, propose, do it now. He or she is the one, okay? So this is in the immediate future, okay? So the hiccup that I want to talk about real quick is this card about a lover's quarrel, okay? I'm not sure when this happens. This could be shortly after meeting this Mr. or Mrs. Right person, where you kind of get into a little spit kind of tiff. The word spit or tiff is kind of coming to me. It says lover's quarrel, which will inevitably lead to sex, being mad at the guy but still loving him and wanting him. The guy patiently waits for winds of love and change, as it always does, and the guy decides to do better next time and does, because he loves her so much and she loves him back. The guy loses some points but gets them back through effort. So this is a lover's quarrel. I mean, really, it's about she's going, okay, you didn't da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and he's going, okay, I'm sorry, I know. Maybe she doesn't talk to him for a day or two, but inevitably she says, you're in the doghouse for right now, but let's have sex because I love you, da-da-da-da, I don't want to be mad. So they make up. And then the final three cards. So I'll show you kind of like the final three, because to me it's like boom, boom, boom. Really good. Okay, really amazing. The end of May. What's coming in from the outside is the chemistry card. which is meeting someone and having instant chemistry. It says, wanting to rip each other's clothes off and needing to do so becomes so strong it is almost unbearable, okay? Strong desire for each other and to have sex on both partners, for both parties. Mutual attraction. The man is not intimidated by a voluptuous woman. To see the hot in each other. So this is a strong desire. I always talk about how this is meeting someone and just wanting to have sex with them, like immediately. Like not even like flinching, just like being like that, no, like we need to do it now, okay? And it's mutual. Guy sees girl, girl sees guy, and it's just like, boom, they want to do it, okay? Watch out for karmic relationships. I will say that because karmic relationships generally don't end well. But, and you know it's a karmic relationship a lot of times because the chemistry is kind of off the charts. But my feeling is this is not necessarily a karmic relationship, although this is a general reading, so I'd have to really look into it more and look at my other cards and do some more tuning in and whatnot to the specific guy and person and all that. But, and also because you have 3 really positive cards. So it's like there's instant chemistry, right? And it leads to this. One of my favorite cards. I like a lot of these cards are my favorite. I always talk about cards being my favorite, but to me, this is the absolute. They're doing it. Okay, they're doing it a lot. Okay, this is Sex is Wild. This is a satisfying, fun, healthy, committed relationship. So, I said doing it again and again. Each time is more fun, better and better. To love deeply, to fuck hard, to have sex. I say hotter and hotter, don't stop, keep going. Absolute perfection, consummation, and love. And I wrote, oh yeah, baby. So you meet, the story is, in the end of May or middle to end of May, you meet someone, you have a strong animal attraction, you have a strong desire, and you start having sex and you don't stop. That's kind of how I see it. And it leads to the orgasm later down the line. Okay, so you have, to me, to have these cards back to back. So first this one, right? And then this one. And then this one. It's really intense. Really, there's not much more to say. Sagittarius, I feel like you're going to get your wish. At the end of May, to have a strong sex life or to have a very active sex life with a committed partner who can give you that kind of intensity and that kind of fulfillment that you're needing. It feels like you're going to go from this place, which is not a happy place. This is a bitter, lonely, lustful, self-centered place, to being really fulfilled and really happy and really satisfied. And going into June, I mean, it's a great start. It's going to be a great start. It's going to be a great month of June for you, I feel. Because I feel like this is a long time coming. For you, it feels kind of like, you have things going on, but I feel like you meet the one. A lot of you meet the one, okay? You may have a lover's quarrel somewhere in between. Maybe, in between this relationship, what's kind of going on in between. But between, I'd say, mid-May to the end of May, there's like a small hiccup, but that's it. I feel like for the end of May, it's going to be really exciting and really cool. Message me if you meet the one. I'd like to hear about that. And yeah, I feel like there's really not much to say because, I mean, to me, you really have the happy ending. And this is the best ending that you could hope for because this is perfect for you. You're that very passionate individual. You have certain needs. And some of you don't even want to get a vibrator because you'd rather have the real thing. But at the same time, temporarily I would, okay? For at least the first 2 weeks in May, get a vibrator, okay? For some of you. The rest of you, I know you're not going to listen to that and you're just going to go out and find someone. Better to get a vibrator and save it for someone who can really enjoy it with you, because there's going to be someone who can really enjoy it with you, and they're going to later down the line. So I'm not worried about you, Sagittarius. I feel like you are going to have sex again. I don't feel like you're ever really going to stop. But I feel like, finding, the problem is with you, it's just finding someone that's a sexual match, that can match that kind of intensity. Even Sagittarius with another Sagittarius might be explosive combination, but you guys will have the same kind of sexual needs. So that's where I'm going to leave off on. I wish you guys all the best. I send you big hugs, big kisses. And feel free to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com, if you want to do a private reading. Okay, thanks so much.